Greetings YouTube, Truth here, and I'm probably going to kick over the feminist hornet's nest once again, if I haven't already. So there is this new nail polish that can apparently detect the presence of common date rape drugs like rohypnol. And this has been garnering some media attention recently. Basically how it works is you put it on your fingernails, and if you slip your fingernail into the drink and it changes color, then that signifies that obviously someone has slipped something in your drink. Personally, I'm not too sure what the chemistry behind this is, but it's pretty smart. Just as long as people don't go like dipping their entire hands into their drink and then other people just look at them like, what the fuck are you doing? You do it subtly, you just slip a finger into your drink and just, pretend like you're talking like this. And if your fingernail changes color, then you better walk away from that person you're talking to. That's a smart idea. Honestly, something that never even crossed my mind. Props to the people who came up with this idea. That is honestly really smart from my point of view. But there has been a lot of backlash, particularly from, you guessed it, feminists, who are all like, well, this puts the onus on women to try and avoid getting raped. This is a form of victim blaming. And honestly, while I don't see a lot of validity in some of these claims, as many of you may have suspected, some of them I kind of get at least where they're coming from. So let's start with what I kind of get. So yes, the majority of rapists are men. The majority of rape victims are women. That's not a fact I deny. I also accept that I can see why women are getting tired of this shit, where they have to take all of these precautions to just go out at night and not have someone attack them. I can get that that's very frustrating. I've already kind of touched on this subject matter on the whole teach men not to rape thing, and I'm just going to briefly cover it again. It's not that I really care that feminists are doing this, I just think it's a pointless endeavor because most men already know not to rape. Even most rapists know that rape is wrong. It's just that the rapists don't really give a shit about your feminist ideology no matter how loud you say it. Like, that's not going to change anything. No amount of feminism is really going to change the fact that people will still get raped. And it's really as dumb and nonsensical as saying, well, don't teach me to lock my doors. Teach people not to steal. Or, don't teach me to look on both sides of the street. Teach people not to run red lights. People will do shit they're not supposed to do. And the less you stop pretending that this shit can somehow be miraculously prevented, and the more preventative measures you actually take to protect yourself, the less likely you are to have harm come towards you. Now, of course, you can take all the preventative measures in the world and still get raped. Fine. I'm sorry, but that is life. It's unfair. But to say that that is a justification for not being careful is just defying common sense. Like, are you really going to go out in the middle of a dark alley, scantily clad and drunk off your brain by yourself just because you have the right to do so? And you're going to assume that everyone in the world is going to play nice? Like, what kind of fantasy world do you live in? Of course you have the right to get drunk off your brains and dress however you like and do all those things, but is it really wise to do so? Of course not. And again, no amount of feminism will change that fact. Which brings us to our second point of contention. At what point do women have to say, this is reasonable in preventing rape from happening to me, and this is not reasonable? Well, okay. That is something I think we can discuss here on the comment section. That's something that can be a topic for a future video. And honestly, I don't have a concrete answer. And if you're still clinging on to this, ooh, don't teach me to wear this nail polish and take preventative measures crap, teach men not to rape, they're the majority of rapists sort of ideology, if that's what you cling to, then let me ask you something. What do you exactly propose we do as a society? Should we just imprison all men just to save us the trouble? We have like a curfew so that women will never get raped ever? Should we just install security cameras in every orifice of life, like some Orwellian shit going on, just so that women can feel safe at night? Or can we honestly admit that these things will happen no matter what we do, and that trying to stop these sorts of terrible actions is a fool's errand, and the only thing we can do to help prevent these things from happening is to protect ourselves? May the truth always be heard. Peace.